Hi there. My name's Mike Wolpert, and on behalf of the Community Media Center of Marin, I'd like to welcome you to today's presentation. Over the next 15 minutes or so, we're going to take a look at social media for your media. How do community media producers leverage social media to grow audiences for their show so more people hear their message? It's a subject near and dear to my heart because I know from my many years in the business that broadcast is broken. What does that mean? Well, the new media is social media. And by broadcast being broken, I mean the model where three networks are just going to dictate what people see, think, read, eat, talk about, that's done. With the advent of the technology around us, the power has shifted from the one or the few to the many, to all of us. So for all of us who are producing community media, who are producing television programs that matter to us and to others, this is a dawning of a whole new era. So let's talk about how to make things a little bit better, right? The old thinking, public access TV, well, kind of sucks. And maybe it did in some places at some time, but that's old. The new reality is community media is awesome because community media is citizen journalism and citizen videographers and people getting out there and telling stories that matter. In fact, in many cases, telling the truth where the networks don't. So this is really critical, and we're right on the cutting edge of this new media model. Here at this terrific media center in Marin County, California, we have a beautiful facility and others that have sprung up around the country and that are being renewed around the country. We have a new mission now. We're making television for 4 screens. Yes, for television, but also for the computer and the handheld or iPod or BlackBerry or whatever gizmo you have in your pocket, and then the new tablets and the iPads. So we need to be respectful when we're creating media now. It's not just television. People ingest media in a number of different ways. So let's remember that when we're connecting with these people, let's connect with them where they already are. And social media are the platforms, the technology platforms where people already congregate. So we want to look at Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and a little bit LinkedIn, because that's where people go to congregate. That's where people already are having conversations. And if you find the people that are having conversations about stuff that you're interested in, about stuff that you're producing television about, then you can make a connection with them, and it's a natural fit that they would become one of your viewers if you contribute enough value into their life. Kind of makes sense, right? So, social media marketing involves engaging people via the online social networks to generate exposure and brand connection, improve customer satisfaction, and ultimately grow sales. So by ultimately grow sales for TV producers in the world of community media, I mean grow viewership, attract more people so more people can have your message, more people can participate in what you do. If you weren't passionate about what your show is about, I doubt you'd be spending all that time doing it. So this is an effort to give you at least a 101, broad brushstrokes of understanding about how social media can help you grow your audience. So we're talking about really the big 3, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. LinkedIn, more for business. Let's concentrate on these 3 platforms, if you will. You want to go and find where people already are congregating. You want to listen to the conversation, then engage, create some value for some people. And as you do that, people are going to come to realize that you have something to say that matters. And they'll begin to follow you because they want to listen to more of what you have to say. And if you bring them back to your blog or your website where people can make a real connection with you and see your shows that as they live online or get scheduled for when they're going to appear on the station next, you're going to really build some real connections. So the idea is to go to the networks, the social networks, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, find people that are interested in your topic, in your subject matter, or could be, and then bring them back to your show. Bring them back to your house. It's like going to a cocktail party. You don't wander around meeting everybody you possibly can like some sort of berserk networker at a Chamber of Commerce event. No, you wander around a little bit until you see someone you know or a group of people talking about something you're passionate with, and then you connect with them. Social media's just like that, except for there are no limits. So Facebook is the proverbial 900-pound gorilla in the room. It seems that everybody's on Facebook. And in fact, pretty much everybody is. There are 500 million, 600 million users of Facebook. So if Facebook was a country, it would be bigger than the United States. It would be China, India, Facebook, and then the United States. It's that big. So most of these people are using Facebook for personal profiles. There are a couple different ways to use Facebook, but let's talk about two. People have profiles, and profiles make pages, business pages, fan pages, like pages. And so you should have a fan page or a business page for your show. And here's why. For you and I to be connected on Facebook, I have to send you an invitation. You have to take a look at it, hit accept, and then boom, then we're connected after we found each other. So there are a couple of barriers to entry, right? I have to find you, send you an invite. You have to say yes. Then we're ultimately finally connected. But with Facebook business pages, there's very little barrier to entry. In fact, nearly none. There's no gate. You don't have to be logged on to Facebook to search out a page. Anybody can become part of your page. Anybody can find you. And it also enables you to be found by Google as well. Facebook, an enormous website, obviously. Google looks to the biggest, most used websites for the most relevant search results, and in fact, indexes social media and social mentions in real time. So if you want to get found more easily by people searching on Facebook and also people searching on Google for you, for your show, and for what your content is about, then a Facebook page is critical. And if you have a profile already, it's easy enough to just look for the Create a Page button, or you can search Facebook for Facebook pages, and it's pretty self-explanatory, and we'll offer some more resources at the end of this short presentation. So YouTube is obviously a natural fit. We're in the business of creating video. The two major challenges on YouTube, bad sound and bad lighting. Because we have resources available to us, good cameras, great microphones, terrific lights, we can take lights with us into the field, we can set up a shoot in the studio to make things look really sharp and really professional. We have a leg up on most of the stuff that's being shown on YouTube. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should show your entire program on YouTube. In fact, most accounts are limited now to 15 minutes. It was 10, they've expanded to 15. Many instances you can run longer programming now on YouTube. But I would suggest that you make sure that you're putting up trailers or snippets or tidbits or ancillary stuff that you've recorded, maybe behind the scenes stuff. Something that is interesting like bait, something that's interesting to people who are searching YouTube for content on the topic that you specialize in. So YouTube is a great place to be seen and be found, primarily because it's not because of the quality. It's not because of the size of the viewer. It's because that's where people are. There are a ton of different places you can post video on the internet, and you should probably take advantage of as many as you can. But you got to start with YouTube because that's where people are. It's the second largest search engine in the world. And in fact, sometimes when it's based on traffic, Google, of course, is the biggest search engine. YouTube is the second. Now, take a look at those two sites, and sometimes YouTube gets more traffic or more visitors than Google. So what does that mean to you? Well, Google has like 1 trillion web pages, or some unfathomable number. 1 trillion web pages that are indexed on Google, and you got to search through all that stuff. And if you want to get found on Google, you're competing against tons and tons of other people, many of whom, of course, are doing the same or similar stuff that you're doing. But on YouTube, it's a little bit different. Same amount of traffic often, same amount of visitors, same amount of people. But there's about 1/10 of the indexed material. In other words, maybe there's only 1 billion videos instead of 1 trillion web pages. Or, to be full disclaimer, I'm not really a math-oriented guy, but there are very big numbers, and it's easier to get found on YouTube. And of course, now when you search on Google, it kicks up the most relevant YouTube results. So it's a lot easier to get found, to get your show found when you are using YouTube to profile and promote your video. And then there are a number of different places as you post and upload your YouTube videos to add text, tags, and even a URL that'll take people back to your website or your blog. So take full advantage of that. And again, there'll be some resources at the end of this presentation for you to learn more. This is just to give you a couple of broad strokes. So Twitter. Twitter is the ultimate texting device, if you will. 150, maybe 200 million people are on there sending microblogs and reading microblogs. It's limited to 140 characters, about the size of a longish headline. Maybe that's 8 or 10 words, something like that, and you can add a link. And so at first impression, a lot of these people are talking about nonsense. The first time I got on Twitter a couple of years ago, I looked around for a while and realized that most of these yahoos are talking about what they had for lunch or where they're going for the movies or stuff I didn't even understand. And I shut off my computer and figured enough is enough. But then some friends told me that really Twitter's about the search. If you learn how to search Twitter, you can find people who are talking about what you're interested in, who have information that you can use, and conversely, are interested in what you do. So Twitter, it's like texting, except you have everybody in the world's phone number, if you will, and you can find people who are seeking what you have, and you can seek people for what they have that you're interested in. So Twitter has great search capabilities. If you find the advanced search button in Twitter, you can look for people that are using a specific word, a specific phrase, any of some words, none of other words. You can also search people who are close to you. You can even dig down deep enough and find out who is putting out tweets that have a negative attitude or a positive attitude. All kinds of flexibility, and it's really easy just to dig in and start to learn about it. So you can search for words, phrases, people, places, dates, and hashtags, which is Twitter speak for a self-identifying term. So it's really obvious what we're talking about here. If we're talking about, say, television or community television, we would use the hashtag # or hashtag followed by the word television. Or a phrase during the uprisings and protests, a lot of it was hashtag Egypt was the first big upswell so people could connect and communicate and find out what other people are saying. So super valuable. Confusing at first? Absolutely. A mishmash at first? Absolutely, sure. But as you get into it a little bit, you'll begin to see the real value there. So let's take a look specifically at one of our great television producers here at MarinTV, J. Hamilton Roth. He has a show called Business with Passion. Of course, Jay's show is elegantly produced with great subject matter, and he runs it on the channel 2627. He also posts a lot of segments of his videos up on YouTube. It's a natural. He's customized his YouTube channel a bit so it looks a little bit different. It looks like he cares, which it's pretty obvious that he does. So he puts tons of content up. The more content you put out on the social networks, the easier it is to get found. And Jay's doing a great job of that. Jay also has a Facebook page. And the Facebook page allows him to connect with people who are in that 500 million, 600 million group of users and give a little bit of information. Give information, sure, about his show, but also about the businesses that he features or about business in general or about passion in general. But it's a great, easy way to connect with people and keep them updated on what he's doing with his show. Ultimately, building viewership for his show, building brand recognition for his show. So Jay's got a great Facebook page, does a lot to connect with people. That Facebook page sends people who want to see more video to YouTube now. In turn, YouTube is going to drive them to the channel where Jay has his shows posted. So we got a Facebook page that has a lot of video. The video runs from the YouTube page. See, it's beginning to connect. We got Facebook to YouTube. Then he tweets about it and reaches into that audience with hashtags. Here in this particular tweet, it's about creativity. So now he's sending into the Twitter sphere, pardon me. He's sending out messages that are relevant, and he's connecting with more people out there, ultimately driving them back. You can see this link to his website or to his blog. So the Facebook page goes to the YouTube, goes to the Twitter, ultimately driving people back to Jay's blog, back to Jay's simple WordPress website that he's done a magnificent job of making sure that all of his shows are in a nice, easy way to find, and the links allow anybody to watch any show that he's ever produced season after season after season. So this is critical. You're putting all this work into the shows that you're producing. Why not make sure they live for a long time? Why not make sure that more and more people get access to them over time? It's a great idea. So all that work makes Jay and Business with Passion, his show, really easy to find. As business people, when we talk about, I need to get found on the internet. I know people are searching for me on the internet. I want to get found. And generally, it's a great achievement to get on the first page of Google. You know, people are searching for what you do right now. The question is, are they going to find you, or are they going to find somebody else? So it is a milestone, an achievement to get on the first page of Google. It means that you've put some really relevant material online, and people searching for it have an easier time finding it because you're on the front page. Big achievement. Here, look at these two screenshots. Jay is not on the front page. He is the front page. Every single one of these listings for Jay Hamilton Roth and Business with Passion, they take up the entire first page and then some. Means he's done just a bang-up job getting found on Google, because Google is the largest search engine on the planet. It's where people are looking. And if people are looking for you, people are looking for what you do, what you're talking about, what you're passionate about, what you're interested about, make sure you get found. It's not complicated. Just keep putting stuff up and keep being available when people keep looking for you. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Again, these are the social media platforms where you're going to go and engage with people, offer things of value, answer questions, make comments. It's a social conversation. So if you consider yourself a shy person, here's a perfect opportunity to be an unshy person, because you're not going to be in the same room with them. It's an online discussion. People are interested in having an online discussion with you, and they take place in very comfortable rooms, if you will. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Listen to what people are saying, and then participate by answering questions, asking questions, making comments, forwarding stuff, reposting stuff. You'll get the feel of it after a while, and like anything else in life, the easier it becomes, the more fun it is. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. So the more you do it, the easier it becomes, the more fun it becomes. And then you want to do it more. So it's a wonderful positive circle. And ultimately, becoming somebody of noteworthiness in social media means that people are forwarding your stuff. You've created enough value that people share it along. More people begin to say, hey, this guy or this woman knows what they're talking about. This is kind of interesting. And they do a really cool TV show, which I can watch if I'm in Marin, right on TV, or I can watch it online. So you're going to build a following. You're going to grow your audience. It's just a matter of being there and sticking to it and having some fun. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Don't be afraid to get in. The water's great. Wait around a little bit. If you don't have a Facebook profile, well, for gosh sake, go and sign up for Facebook and then create a page. You can always delete it. Just get in there, search around for information, figure out what looks good, learn how to upload photos. It's really not that big a deal. It just becomes second nature, really, after a while. Same thing with Twitter. As you begin to find people on Twitter who are interested in the stuff that you're interested in. You'll find that to be a great resource and a great way to make connections, and people will find that you're a great resource and that you're a great person to be connected to. And YouTube, of course, offers a great place to showcase or to bait, but to showcase your shows, bring them back to wherever you have decided that they live, bring them to your website so they can sign up for your newsletter, so they can sign up for your RSS feed, so they can stay in touch with you, so you capture a little bit of data from them, so you have a real relationship, and they in turn will spread the word. What we're doing here is we're building community media evangelists, right? We are getting people to come and see what we do. Those who really like it, really, really like it, they're going to tell their friends. Social media is built on the phrase, hey, check this out. And because you're producing something of value, something that is finely crafted, people are more likely to say, hey, check this out. This is pretty cool. It's pretty darn simple. So it's a matter of practice. Practice makes perfect. It becomes kind of fun. If we can be of any more help, again, my name is Mike Wolpert. We run a little consulting business called Social Jumpstart. We are not seeking to sell anything, but we do provide a number of great free resources and trainings. You can sign up on our website. You can email me directly, mike@socialjumpstart.com. And of course, you can find us online, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube. I look forward to spending some time with you online or offline. Either way, I wish you the very best of luck. This is fun. Try it. You'll see.